Hey guys, Mix here. In this video, we're going to be finishing disassembling our project, the 1992 Suzuki RM125. So today, the engine's going to come out, the electrical, pretty much everything that you see besides the frame. And once that's done, we're going to get the frame powder coated and sandblasted. But while the engine's out of the frame, I'm going to be doing a bottom end rebuild and possibly a top end rebuild. I'm pretty sure that when I bought it, it had a brand new Wiseco top end rebuild. And I looked down in the spark plug hole and it had a brand new piston in there. So the smoke that it was producing when it was running could just been from a crank seal or anything like that. I already ordered brand new crank bearings and crank seals because, as you guys know, this thing sounds terrible while it's running. So first today, I'm just going to start off with unbolting the two engine mounts that I have left to take out. I believe there's only two left, two or three, whatever. And once the engine's nice and loose, we're going to see if we can take it out. But if not, then we'll probably just take off everything around it off first. So let's get started. I have that mount right there, and the top mount. And I think that's it, and then the engine should just be able to slide out. We might need to do a little maneuvering, but it should come out. Might have to take off the carburetor. And also with the carburetor, I'm probably going to order a rebuild kit for it if I can't find a brand new one. So I'm just definitely going to search around and see what I can find. Alright guys, so now let's start loosening up these engine mounts. So now the engine is completely loose from the frame. So now what I'm going to do is, because it looks way too hard just to pull it out how it is, so what I think I'm going to do, take out the air box just by loosening these two bolts, pull this rod off, and then just take this out. And then I'm probably going to take out the carb. It might be able to come out, but I'm probably just going to take off the radiator and electrical first. Alright guys, so the carb is off, as you can see, and this throttle was stuck in there good. So it's a good thing that I took out the throttle and everything, because if I just rode this when I first got it running, then the throttle definitely would have got stuck, because that thing was jammed up in there. You can see there's like some scarring on it and everything. But yeah, then we got the nice V-Force 3 reeds in there. I'm gonna have to cover that up so nothing gets down in there. So I just started just disconnecting just the zip ties and everything that were around the wires and everything, just so everything's loose. And I just took off the kill switch from the handlebars just so all the wiring is together, and when it's put back together I can just bolt everything back on, zip tie everything. Everything will be together and won't get lost. It's just way simpler that way. But I'm going to take off the radiator because the bolt the screw that's on the coil is like impossible to get to because the radiator's in the way. So there's probably going to be a lot of antifreeze that's going to leak out of this. So I'm going to have a pan ready. Then we're just going to unbolt that mount bolt, and then these two mount bolts. Then this side should just come off, and then same thing with this side. So I don't know why they would design it like this, but they put the bolts right in front of these little fan things, and it's impossible to get a socket in there because these things are so hard. So you gotta like push up with the socket and get it in there, and go and do a couple turns before it gets like pulled out or anything. So that is not a good design. All right, so these two back bolts are finally off. They were such a pain to get off. But now I'm just going to disconnect the hoses from this side. I have my bucket ready just in case anything just has to splash out. And then we have this side off, and then I got to do the other side. So these bolts on the side of the radiator are not budging at all. So I'm not going to let this, stop me. I'm just going to skip this spot for now. What I'm going to do now is just take off these little hoses, and then this side should just come right off, and this is the side that matters most anyway because I need to get to that screw that's on the coil. So we'll just start taking off these hoses, and then which will let us take off the rest of the wiring harness, and then we should be good. I got the radiator draining out right now. have this hose clamp because I don't know if there's gonna be antifreeze that will come out from this radiator possibly. So I'm just gonna let this drain, see if anything will come out, and then just take off that bottom one, and then that whole side will be off. So as you can see, the whole side of the radiator is off. These hoses leaked out a little bit of antifreeze, not a lot though, but we have the rest right there. This one's all empty. So now we could get to the screw right here, take off the coil, then we could just yank out the whole entire wiring harness, and we have enough space to pull out the engine. Looks like we're not going to be able to take off the coil either, because this screw is rounding out really bad, and I can't get a vice grip in there because it's too big to, be able to twist it off. So my friend, I think, will have a tool that will be able to take that off. So we're going to leave this for now. I was able to get this screw off. I just left it in there just so I don't lose it. But the wiring harness is disconnected from the coil. Now I'm just going to unplug this right here, which will disconnect it from the engine. And then it'll be free from the bike. Alright guys, so just like that, just these wires came out. And now the wiring harness is all together. It's really small. It's really simple. So the last thing I'm going to do before trying to remove the engine from the frame is just take off this little coolant line from the engine. There's probably going to be a lot of coolant that's about to spill out, so got the bucket ready. Oh, jeez. Alright guys, so now it's finally time to pull out this engine. Hopefully it just slides out easily. I wasn't sure what side to really start with taking it off, but I think I'm just going to try this side and see how it works. Here we go, it's out. Nice. Guys, so here is the engine. Came out pretty easily. I just kind of held onto the Kickstarter and kind of just lifted up. It lifted right out of the frame. But yeah, everything looks good. So I'm definitely excited to do the rebuild on this. I'm gonna have to split the cases, which I've never done before. So it's definitely gonna be a learning lesson. I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to mess up this engine. So I also want to do it myself because I want to learn from this. So I'm really excited. We're probably gonna start off, just taking off the top ends and just everything on the engine, the reeds, everything like that. So I got to cover up everything, all the little spaces, everything that goes into the engine before I just put in the shed, because I don't want any dust or anything to get in there and just mess up anything. If you come over here to the frame, I still have just tiny little parts to take off. I'm not going to bother recording it because it's just easy little small stuff. I'm definitely going to figure out a way to get those stupid 2 bolts off. See if I could borrow someone's 8mm wrench, because I don't have one that small. I might have one somewhere, but I'll just find that out. Alright guys, so just look at the frame. I totally forgot. I forgot to take off the rear fender, so let's take this off now. Alright, so the rear fender is now off. We have a whole row of parts that I somehow need to fit in that shed, because I'm not leaving any of this stuff out. But anyway guys, I'm going to be ending the video here. So the disassembly process is complete. Probably next video will hopefully be going into the engine, seeing what we got there, then beginning the whole rebuild process. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're almost at 8,000 subscribers, so that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, friends with the channel.